So you have your own account here into GoDaddy, and now you wanted to purchase your first domain. So to make this process really fast, the first thing I love to do is to create an actual account. So it will be much more faster and much easier to manage your future domain. So to get started with the actual GoDaddy, I'm going to first of all try to start with a new incognito window of my actual browser. Inside here, I'm going to go for GoDaddy. The actual official site is always GoDaddy.com. So inside here, usually instead of typing the domain you wanted to go for into the upper right section, instead of clicking where it says sign in, let's go for the element that says create an actual account. Here what you can do is to generate one with a Facebook account, with a Google account, or with an email account. Personally, I use Google accounts to make this process much more faster and easier to apply. So when you finish creating your actual account, it will be asking you to verify this specific account, and just like that, you'll be now good to go. Now you will have now access directly through the actual GoDaddy section. Now this is the part where we wanted to get started now with my new element, which is focusing now through GoDaddy.com once again. So you can see that here we are now directly through our dashboard. So basically what we want to do is to focus into the left section that says domain. It says there are no domains in this workspace. It's fine. I'm going to go for find a new domain, and here what I wanted to do is to type the name of the domain that I would like to purchase and go for searched. This will be showing me a lot of elements, and of course it's going to be giving you a few deals, but you can see here that sometimes this first price appears only for the first year, so you might want to take that in mind. So I'm going to scroll a little bit down so we can check that we have more options available. So let's say, for example, that usually one of the first and the greatest tools for us will be the .com. Sometimes .com is like really high demanded, so basically the domain sometimes it will be already been taken, but in other times what you can do is to let's say make an actual offer, so you can tell that you can pay a little bit more than the actual client, right? So here, when you purchase our domain broker services, you get a dedicated broker who will contact the current domain owner and negotiate a sales price on your behalf. If the seller agrees to the sell domain, you pay the negotiation sales price plus a 20% commission. So this is, for example, only if you have like a huge company and you wanted to use that element, because this will be really important for you, for your company, for your marketing, whatever. So basically, once you took an actual element, you go for this one that says add to the basket. So make sure that before you continue, you check out not only the first year price, but the one that is scratched, because after the first year you will be changing this specific price from this one. So this is going to be really important to take in mind before you make the actual purchase. So when I click directly from this basket which says domain added, I go for it looks good, keep going. Now do not skip the domain privacy, because if you don't have this, your phone number, your home address are public in the Whois databases, and this leads to endless spam calls, and you don't want it to mess around with that. So usually what I do is to focus for the full domain protection. Now usually the element that says professional email pro live powered by Titan is of the hook, of course. Usually what I do is to try to pay for this, because sometimes professional email actually works really fine. So you can just go ahead and make the actual purchase and go for the element that says continue to the actual cart. Once you have now the actual cart added or your basket ready, you have the checkout and the duration step. So you wanted to check your term length. GoDaddy offers defaults from 2-3 years. So if you're into the budget, you wanted to change this for 1 year, for example. In my case, for example, this 5 years cost me this amount of money, so I think it's going to be a really great deal. Or even 10 years to make this process a little bit much more affordable. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it is better to stick around with 5 years. So for 1 year, I think that actually works for me. You want to click directly from the full domain protection available here, And here we have the professional email pro lighting for the next 12 months. If you wanted to stick around with that, we have 36 months also. So if you're okay with this, what you want to do is to go for the element that says PayPal, pay with PayPal, and ready for the actual checkout, and you're actually good to go. Once you finish making the actual purchase, you can focus directly through your account, go for my products, and when you click directly from the domain, here it should be appearing your new domain purchases, and you're good to go. So you're officially on a piece of the internet. So congratulations. So if you want to see more great ways of how you can actually get started with GoDaddy, with Shopify, or else related, you wanted to leave us a comment below and we can see that into for further future videos. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you want to see more great shows like this, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I can see you next time.